Hello and welcome to Play Piano, the channel where you can learn, have fun and play the piano at your own pace and in the comfort of your own home. Now I want this channel to be first and foremost about the viewers. You have taken the time to come here, and if there's anything you want me to cover in any of these videos, if you have any questions about learning the piano, then please feel free to leave comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Now the first thing you need to learn the piano is a good instrument. Fortunately these days you don't have to spend thousands of pounds to get a half decent piano. Most of us don't have the space for an acoustic piano, and that's okay because today's digital pianos can faithfully reproduce the sound of acoustic pianos that are way out of the price range of most of us. My piano, for example, is a Yamaha P155. Now this piano faithfully reproduces the sound of a Yamaha 9-foot concert grand piano, which would cost tens of thousands of pounds. You can pick one of these digital pianos up for relatively cheaply, about £500 this one, and they don't take up too much space and you can pack them away easily when you're done. Now another great thing about having a digital piano is that you can practice at a time that suits you, using headphones. So if it's late in the evening and the kids are in bed, or first thing in the morning before you go to work, that's okay. Using headphones means that everyone else in the house also doesn't have to hear all of the you repeating all the same things, all the same phrases over and over, because there's a lot of repetition involved in learning the piano, and you're going to get things wrong at first, and it's helpful if people cannot hear you making those mistakes. One more thing to consider when you're playing the piano is your seating position. So what you need really is a chair or a stool without any arms, and you need to be able to be sat upright with your belly button sort of level with the keyboard keys. Okay, so we're going to go on to our first lesson, which is going to be learning the keys. The names of the keys. We're going to be learning the fingers and the finger names, and we're also going to be learning a scale. Now the first thing you'll notice about this keyboard here is it has a lot of keys. In fact, on this keyboard there are 88 keys in total. That's a lot of keys, and they've all got a name. So to remember all the names of those keys is going to be pretty difficult, right? Well, fortunately, there are only, in fact, 7 key names that you actually need to learn. 7 keys, which would be A, B, C, D, E, F and G, which is the musical alphabet. The musical alphabet ends at G and goes back round to A again. So on this keyboard here, the very first note is our bottom A. So we're going A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then back to A. It starts at A again. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, 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 so on all the way up to the top. So there's only 7 note names to learn on the piano, which is great. One of the most important key names, though, within that is our middle C. Now our middle C is the very middle note on the piano, and the way you can find it is if you're sat into the middle of the piano, the 2 keys, the 2 black keys which are directly in front of you, okay, next door to that to the left is going to be your middle C. Very important key there, because that's what helps you to orient yourself to the keyboard. It helps you to find your way around the keyboard. So if you can find that middle C, which is there, next to those 2 black keys, there's your middle C. There's another C up here, which we call the C above middle C. Again, there's 2 black keys there, 2 black keys there, and then there's another C, another one down here. So we've got all of those C's on the keyboard, but we're interested in the middle C today. So let's go on to our fingers. On the fingers are even easier to learn because there's only 5 finger names. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So your thumbs are both called 1. Then your index finger is 2, middle finger 3, ring finger 4, and little finger 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to concentrate on the right hand first, and we're going to put our thumb, which is number 1, onto our middle C. There it is. We're going to try and play a scale, which is going to be the C major scale. Very important to learn your scales. Why is it important? Well, because if you can learn your scales and commit them to memory, it's going to help you so much later on down the line. I'll show you how to play the C major scale. So we start on the C, and we're going to play an octave, which is 8 notes. So we're going to start on the middle C, and we're going to end on the C above middle C. To do this, obviously, 8 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We only have 5 fingers. So at some point we're going to have to change or swap our fingers about. So what we do is we go 1, 2, 3, and then underneath with our 1 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll do it again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now you might be saying, why can't I just use my index finger? It's easier. I can do it quicker. Well, you could just use your index finger, but later on, when you're starting to play more melodies and complicated phrases, you're going to be very limited with just using that finger. It's very beneficial to be able to use all 5 of your fingers, especially when later on you're putting your hands together. So again, C major scale, you need to practice this every day. I would say at least 5 or 10 minutes a day, as long as you want, just playing that. Making sure you get used to that swap. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then back down again. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And when you can get to do it without looking or even thinking about it, then you've learnt it. Don't be worried about rushing it. Don't be worried about going too fast. And when you have learnt it, you will be able to speed it up a little bit. You can extend it. Okay? So, that's the right hand. When you're confident with your right hand and you think, well, okay, yeah, I'm all right with that. I'm confident, I've learned that. We're going to try our left hand. Left hand is exactly the same, but with the left hand we're descending, so going down this way. We start on our middle C again. We go 1, 2, 3, thumb under again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can do the same as we did in the right hand. We can descend down and then back up again. So we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. There it is. When you're confident with your left hand, then you might be able to start putting your 2 hands together. Now this can be quite difficult at first, but if you bear with it and don't give up, you'll get it. So we have the 2 thumbs, number 1, both on the middle C, and we play them together. Simple as that. So, let's recap what we've learned today. First thing about the piano you want is a decent instrument, a half decent instrument. Next thing is the keys. 88 on this keyboard, but there's only 7 names, which is the musical alphabet, which is A through G. Next thing is your finger numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Scales, we'll start with the C major. In the right hand, ascending. Then we can do it ascending and descending. Commit it to memory. So you can do it with your eyes closed, you can do it standing on your head, upside down, in your sleep. You really need to learn that, commit it to what we call muscle memory. Then your left hand do the same. And then ascending. When you're confident with that and you've learnt it, both hands together. Your C major scale. So, we're going to leave it there for today. Again, if there's anything that, any questions you've got, anything you think I might have missed out, or any questions, please leave a comment below. I'll read the comments, I'll get back to you, and if you've got any suggestions for future videos, I will be very grateful if you put any ideas down in the comments below. But for now, thank you for watching. I really appreciate you coming along. It's been great to have you. This is Play Piano, and if you really liked what we did here today, then perhaps you could subscribe and then you'll get a notification when a new video comes out. But for now, we will see you next time. Thanks very much.